Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about the second SEC semifinal. Let me get my stat sheet pulled up here. Number 2 Florida beats number 3 Alabama, 104-82 reaction. This Florida team, man, is dangerous. I've been saying it for a while. They're a national title contender. They got to be arguably the favorite. But up there with Duke and maybe Auburn, you know, they haven't looked great lately. Oh my lord, this team just has a lot of depth, man. Like Walter Clayton, Will Richard, Elijah Martin, Chinyalu, Condon, Aberdeen, Klabzar can make it some threes, Hand Logton, you know, with his offensive rebounding, Thomas Hall, Aberdeen, like so many. They just have depth, so many good players. Their offense is just lethal. They shot like 60% yesterday, and they shot, or no, 60, Auburn, yeah, Florida. They shot like 60% yesterday and shoot over 50% today. They were excellent both halves offensively. Alabama was good offensively in the first half, not so good in that second half. Florida's defense locked in. They got stops for some turnovers, and they just felt like every shot they took today. They did a much better job rebounding today than they did yesterday. They done a much better job not turning the basketball over, and they shot really good from the field, from 3, and now they're 29-4 going to the SEC championship. It's going to be a great game there. Tennessee, Florida. Florida's looked absolutely fantastic offensively in these first two games that they've played. Tennessee has looked spectacular on the defensive end. Something's going to have to give in that SEC championship game. Walter Clayton's so good. I think he's probably the best player in the SEC. I know Johnny Broom, but Walter Clayton's a hell of a player as well. If I were to pick the best player, I'd pick Walter Clayton. Yeah, Alabama just was not as good defensively, not good defensively. They're never really good defensively because their offense they play at such a fast pace and have so many offensive possessions, but they were not good on really great in the offense. They were in the first half. Like both teams were going back and forth, score. But then Florida just turned the lid off for Alabama on the offensive end. And Fallon had a 21-point game against my Wildcats. He only had 3 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds today. It's like there's a senior guard in Walter Clayton going against him, and not a freshman in Travis Perry. Who would have thought that LeBaron Fallon would get shut down? They took that belt to ass. They gave my Cats belt to ass last night, and they took the belt to ass by Florida. Florida beat them near the end of the regular season. They beat them in the SEC tournament. Their defense, they just need to defend. They need to defend the 3, rebound. Marui. They brought him in to be a rebounder and a shot blocker. He's been okay, but that's not what you asked for. Okay, getting him out of the portal. This team just isn't a good defensive team, and it doesn't help. Well, I know you want to play at a fast pace, but just try and maybe slow it down a little bit. But that's just Nate Oates' pace. Florida's one of the best teams in the country. I just don't know if this team is consistent enough to make it. But I mean, you can probably beat anyone in the country, maybe other than Florida right now, because Florida's just that red hot. I didn't think Alabama would make it last year, and they did, but I think that team was better than this. That last year's team's better than this year's team. Florida 29-4, led by Walter Clayton, 22 points, 6 assists. Hell of a game from Walter Clayton. Like, Gators won 4 straight over Bama. Walter Clayton was great on the defensive end as well. 3 steals. He was 6 of 11 from the 3-point line. Remember how he sliced it? That was impressive by Florida. Elijah Martin, he ended up with 16 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He had 16 points from Will Richard, 8 points from Condon, 4 rebounds. Chinyalu, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Aberdeen with 11 points. Thomas Hall, 11 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. And Logton, 4 points, 10 rebounds, a few steals. Remember, he broke his leg, I believe it was the SEC tournament last year, I think. And he come back this season because he realized they had a chance to win a national championship. Dude, he's such a good rebounder. And Klavzar with 4 points. They had 6 guys in double figures. 6 players. Coach Golden trusts his team, from his starters to his bench. This team is just loaded. From their starters to the bench, and there's no drop-off. He can play anybody out there, and they're still going to have success on the offensive end. So Bama 25-8, they will wait to see what they get on Selection Sunday tomorrow, where what seed they will get. I believe it will be a number 2 seed for the tournament. Mark Sears was ass, 9 points. His 3-point shot has been terrible. And just their guards versus Florida. Sears, Holloway, Phylon, combined 17 points, 7 of 27 from field, 4 of 17 from 3. They just got worked. And their guards just got toast in this game. But I mean, you give up wide open shots a lot, you're gonna give up 104 points. They're not gonna let Mark Sears foul bait. And if he isn't making his threes, which he hasn't been lately, and they don't play defense, like they could lose early. Marui, 12 points, 1 rebound. Youngblood, 14 points. Phylon, 3 points. Grant Nelson, 9 points. He went out of the game with a injury. But Florida, they're real. I mean, they have the size, the athleticism. They have really, really good shooting. Their defense is amazing. Their defense, I noticed their offense is really good, and most people talk about their offense, but their defense is fantastic, is good as well. First half wasn't great, but they locked in the second half and played a lot better. And their offense just was great this whole game. Stevenson, 10 points, but they really missed Grant Nelson, I thought. He played well early, and I don't know, it was some leg injury. Aiden Sherrill, 4 points. Holloway, 9 points. Diabate was great. 12 points, 12 rebounds for Muhammad Diabate. And 10 points, 5 rebounds for Jaron Stevenson. So 25-8 Bama. They will wait for Selection Sunday. Florida shot 51.4% from the field, 37-72, 12 of 27 from 3, 44.4%, 18 of 28 from the line, 64%, 49 total rebounds, 17 offensive rebounds, 32 defensive rebounds, 17 assists, 4 blocks, 8 steals, 7 turnovers, and 19 personal fouls. Alabama 20 of 67, 41.8% from the field. 11 of 35 from 3, 31.4%, 15 of 23 from the line, 65.2%, 43 total rebounds, 15 offensive, 28 defensive, 14 assists, 4 blocks, 4 steals, 10 turnovers, and 16 personal fouls. 47-45 first half, and then 57-37 second half for those Florida Gators. But I mean, Florida's locked up on 1 seed. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Most points scored in an SEC tournament, I believe. Off the charts. But yeah, it's really got to see here. Leave a like, comments, craft more. Until next time, out. Peace.